We miss the desert. We miss the people. And we miss waking up every morning, wondering what wonderful adventure the new day will bring us. Those days in Egypt were incredible, and we relive them in our minds often. We don't believe in magic, but a few times in our lives, we've seen things that are beautiful beyond words, and things we can't quite believe really existed. During our time in Egypt, we saw so much splendor. We saw it above ground with pyramids rising to the sky. Now it's time to go underground, into the tombs of King Tut, Queen Nefertari, and the others who were never really forgotten. Come with us into the Valley of the Kings and Queens.
We just got to the Valley of the Kings. We're about to start our tour, and it's a perfect day to explore. We've just gotten through the gate here, and once you're through, you can use the restroom if you need to, and then you get on these buses, these little trams. It's a tight squeeze, so I'm looking forward to getting up here and getting our day going.
It is a truth. Many times they lose it.
We're outside here at the Valley of the Kings in Egypt, and you can see that these tombs, unlike the pyramids, were built inside the mountains because they had realized that over time the pyramids were being raided and robbed, and they didn't want that to happen anymore. So this is 1500 BC. But what's interesting about this, there's a natural pyramid here in the mountains that tops this thing, and you can see it right there. So even though we don't have man-made pyramids like we do other places, there's a pyramid overlooking this, and you go into these mountains for the tombs, which made it a lot safer and less risk of getting robbed.
Enjoy. All regards.
Thank you. We just checked our ticket, and now we are descending into King Tut's tomb. You can imagine how the original explorers felt. Here is the mummy of King Tut, which is what's still left here. And on this side are the reliefs that are still on the walls and are extremely colorful. The sarcophagus would have been in this larger stone sarcophagus. What do you think, Michael?
This is amazing. We are literally inside Tut's tomb together.
Okay, we just saw the inside of King Tut's tomb, and it was really neat. I didn't know that the mummy was in there, so you literally can see, as you've seen in our video here, his actual mummy. That was a surprise and really neat. And of course, you're down there, and the colors on the walls are like they were painted yesterday. It's a really beautiful sight. It's tight. It's a relatively small space. You go down some steps to get in there, and back, but it was neat. There's only probably 20 people in there at a time, so we really could kind of view it and understand and enjoy it.
Our learning about the discovery of King Tut didn't end with his tomb, but we got to learn more about the man who found him as well.
We're inside the Carter House here at the Valley of the Kings, and this is actually the home of the person that discovered King Tut's tomb. So we're able to see how he lived every day. It's got the bathrooms, the kitchen, the artist studio, even where he developed his photography. It's been renovated, but it's very similar to what it was when he was here, and it's a really neat to get perspective on exactly how the guy lived right here next to the Valley of the Kings as he explored and then ultimately discovered Tut's tomb.
It's actually quite a comfortable home. It's cooler than I would have expected.
We're in the study now, and of course it's the biggest room in the house. It's beautiful, it's moody. You can see how you could really get lost in books and thoughts in here.
King Tut's tomb was filled with wondrous treasures. Back in Cairo, at the Museum of Egyptian Antiquities, we got to see some of those treasures firsthand. Let's return to the Valley of the Kings and see some of the other tombs of the great pharaohs. First up, King Rameses III. He is considered to be the last great monarch of the New Kingdom age of Egypt.
Right now we are descending into Rameses III tomb. You can see, obviously, we're descending here on a kind of a stairway, and as you come through here, it's amazing. Okay, we're coming into this chamber. Look above this door here. These are original colors. These have not been restored at all. It's really amazing to see the color. This color is crazy. There's the beetle that we saw yesterday. This is just amazing. Look at this. Look at the color and the detail here. And this is 1500 BC. 1500 BC. Wow, this thing keeps going. So unlike King Tut's tomb, where we went into a relatively small area, this thing just keeps going. There's room after room, and every one of them has these incredibly designed walls. We just got special access in here, so we're the only ones in here. We're almost at the end of the corridor, I guess, that goes into the tomb. And this is a really cool area that we're in with our friend here. Hello? Oh no, Okay. As you can see, we just got kind of special access. We tipped this guy to let us in this room all by ourselves. We got a really good amount of video and some good selfies that he took of us, so we're pretty excited. This is a really nice, it's huge compared to the other ones, and a fun visit.
Next up is the colorful tomb of King Rameses IX. The king created great wealth and prosperity for Egypt by opening trade routes in Asia and Nubia.
Okay, we're now ascending into the tomb of Rameses IX, and this one is very descent is not as steep to get in here, and it's much taller ceilings. It's pretty spectacular. We won't go down, I don't think, into the tomb as far as we did for the third, but it's really beautiful. You can see all the carvings in the hieroglyphics as well as the tall ceilings. Look at the color here. I don't see individual kind of rooms like I saw in the other ones, where they do have these cutouts here, like niches. Okay, this is a pretty incredible site. We just saw where the sarcophagus was here at Rameses IX, and I'm really impressed at how big this place is, how much color there is still left. And of course, there's so much else to see outside the tombs here in Valley of the Kings. So we're going to walk around now and explore the area.
Let's leave the Valley of the Kings and travel to the Valley of the Great Queens of Egypt. Queen Nefertari was buried about 3,200 years ago in the most exquisitely decorated tomb in the valley. You're in for a treat because not many people get to see this tomb. One, because of its location, but two, because of its price tag at a whopping $90 US just for this entry ticket alone.
Slowly, slowly, madam.
Yep, I need your shoulders. Wow. Careful, this is step off here.
Should head, what should steps, be careful. Yes.
The colors are amazing. And it literally was painted yesterday. It's totally, it's perfect.
Okay, we just came out of Queen Nefertari's tomb, and it really is impressive. They call it the most beautiful tomb, and we've got to agree. Within the walls, of course, there's several rooms, and as you descend down, you can see it. Different chambers, all decorated almost perfectly with all the hieroglyphics and the artwork. It literally looks like it was painted yesterday. There's very little restoration, and so it almost looks like something that would have been created, you know, as a replica of her tomb, and it's the real thing. So that's pretty cool, and we thoroughly enjoyed the visit.
If you travel all the way to Egypt, it is worth it to spend a little more money to see one of the most breathtaking places in this extraordinary country. Watch this video to see what's next on our adventures and check out our customizable merchandise store. See you soon!